I clapped your cheeks. If for all you audio listeners.
Is your finger bleeding?
Where? Yeah.
What the? Get. Come on.
Get gone.
Come back.
Welcome to this episode of Emergency Intercom. Today, we're going to be talking about Drew's plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got some work done, and he just feels like he's been setting the beauty standard for a while now, and he has to speak on it.
I've been lying about my BBL.
And his big balls.
I've been lying about my cock enlargement. It's real.
Your BEL. Ball enlargement and lowerment. It's to make them hang lower.
Ball enlargement and lowerment. So BEE.
Ball enlargement and lowerment. Shut the fuck up. No, because why would it be BEE? It'd be BEAL.
Well, I thought you were saying in like EN lowerment, like ENLOWER.
Oh no, and lowerment. But like, you know when they do like not abbreviations, but like, is that what it's called? Where it's the letters instead of like the words. When they do the abbreviations, they never be putting the A for the and. You just got to figure out where it goes.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I think everybody can just assume where it belongs.
It takes me a lot of work to know.
It does take my brain a lot of like brain power to figure out abbreviations.
Fuck, I was watching something. Oh, when we were watching Sonic 2, they don't have like real government logos in them, like, or anything that looks like a real government logo, which makes sense because they have to keep it in the world of like a video game, and I don't think there's real government involved in Sonic World. Or like surprised. In the Sega universe, I don't know. Like I literally could be surprised. But
they support ACAB in the Sonic universe.
No, they actually support the opposite. At one point, Sonic puts on his blue coat again and goes, "It's good to be in blue."
What?
He literally says that. Like, and me and my friends who saw it together were like, "That's a little weird."
They were that was
and
their
the like main
statement.
guy was like a sheriff, so like he's literally, it's like on some Paw Patrol shit. It's like, it's good to be in blue. It's good to be back in blue. Like that's his line.
Paw Patrol is literally a psychological operation for our children.
No, it's literally to put it's to put kids in not only the workforce but like the police workforce. The fuck was I saying? Oh, but basically I was thinking yesterday for some reason, because I was thinking about the abbreviation FBI, and I literally was sitting on the couch and I was like, Federal Bureau of Investigation. Like it took me a minute to think of it, and I was like, they don't have the O in there, like, because it's not Federal Bureau Investigation.
Because FBIO or FBL or FBOL.
The beginning of this is just showing how fucking dumb we are. Like we haven't said anything of like true intellect.
Well, the craziest part is we have nothing to say because this is the second episode we're recording in 24 hours.
Yeah, because we have big plans, so we'll be gone forever. I'm probably never coming back.
Yeah, maybe running away. I am running away. I'm genuinely running away. Or maybe I'm running into the fire. I'm running towards my problems, kind of.
You're running up that damn hill.
Yeah.
You're pulling a Kate Bush.
I'm going camping again. Which is really exciting for me.
Yeah.
Why'd you laugh?
Because anytime you like bring up camping, you're always talking about like you're like something's gonna happen.
No, I was gonna say something bad is gonna happen while I'm gone. It always, when I go to Utah to camp, something bad happens every time. But you know, like I've accepted that, and like that's a small price. Like death is a small price to pay to get a weekend away. You know, like it's a small price to pay. Holy shit!
You have to change the narrative. Actually, bad things happen to you because you attract them. Did you know that? If bad things are happening to you, it's probably because you deserve them. That literally is the ideology of manifestation. Like that's like what you bitches preach. Like,
oh, I manifest. I am those bitches.
Yeah, you are the problem.
No, I manifest all my bad problems. Like it's really fucked up. Like I'll fester them. I'll be in bed just like right before I fall asleep, just thinking of literally all the worst shit possible that could happen, and then eventually it comes true. And it's because I manifested them. Maybe I should spend my time laying in bed manifesting all the good things that can happen, and maybe they'll start coming true.
I spend my time in bed manifesting having sex, and
oh my god,
I do. It like comes to fruition. Like it like works out for me. Like I'm always having sex.
That's true. She is.
Yeah, I'm always like, I've always got a bone to pick at. What? Do you get it? Like, I have a bone to pick, but I have a bone to pick at. Like, I'm picking at that bone. Like,
guys, we need to pick at that bone. I have something to admit to both of you.
What?
Look over in that corner. You see that orange packet?
Yeah.
I took 14 of them.
Today?
Those are mushroom gummies.
So I'm gonna.
You're tripping today?
Not yet. But it'll come up on the podcast, and y'all will see me in a full-blown mushroom trip.
You're gonna have an ego death on the podcast?
Yeah, it's gonna be actually fucked up and
just
scary.
Something casual, like.
I do it like 3 times a day.
You have ego death 3 times a day.
Ego death isn't real. I genuinely believe that you can't have ego death.
The thing is, you said this before. I think you said this on like 4 episodes.
Yeah. It's a core belief of mine. It just doesn't make sense.
You're always like, because if you think you had ego death, your ego is still intact because you believe it's dead.
Episode 28, 34 minutes in.
Exactly. Watch that.
Why
be
do you know
right.
That?
Kai just listens to
every word. No, you got to 28 minutes in and it's Drew being like, I'm a fucking slut. I'm a whore. Like, I love having sex.
I love getting ran through. Total verse. I don't even know what that means. I'm just saying shit. Like, I don't even know what that shit means.
So are you a slut or no?
I am, but I don't know what verse means. Like, I'm not that.
It sounds like why would you even use that vocabulary? Because, like, normal people don't say that kind of stuff.
I'm a slay. I'm a slay in bed with whatever partner I decide that day.
You're so annoying. Saying you're a person and being like, I'm just saying things. I don't know what that means. I just saw that online. Like, I don't actually know what that means. Fuck, I was going to say something and I literally forgot. Oh, are we going to comment on my shirt? Like, no one has any comments? Like, I'm turning a new tide. Like,
oh, yeah.
I was on my anti-men shit, but, like,
come on.
I'm gonna I'm gonna call it now. Like, we're going into a pro men.
Yeah.
You want to get out in front of the trend.
Yeah, like.
Yes. And just trend forecasting men.
Me trend forecasting when it's like, I got this shirt. Like, I didn't make the shirt. So, like, what am I trend forecasting?
I just was wondering, like, who got the shirts for you and who sourced
those?
Who
got the shirt for me? It's from Hollywood Gifts on IG.
Brand.
Like, that. It's from a brand.
But technically, I got
Kai
them.
was the hookup. Kai was the plug.
Yes.
It's not the first time he's, like, been a third person party in terms of transactions that aren't necessarily legal, but we don't have to talk about it.
He's a drug dealer.
Yeah. Amongst other things.
And I'm about to take a trip.
That's an Altoid.
I'm turning to
Ew,
a new
have you
vibe.
ever heard the word Altoid? Like, have you ever listened to it? The word Altoid is fucking disgusting. What does that even mean? Altoid?
It's so annoying. I actually remember the first time I heard it in like 3rd grade and being like, just why not call it candy?
You remember that far back? Kai, there's actually no way you remember all the way back to 3rd grade.
I am.
That's over 20 years ago. You don't remember that. Like, you really don't. That's 2 decades ago, Kai.
Oh my God.
It is.
Holy shit.
Wait, do you actually know what age you were in 3rd grade off the top of your head like that?
Yeah, you're like 7 you're like 7, 6 or 7. No, you're like 7.
No concept of time.
I think I only have concept because that's around the time my mom literally decided to like abandon and ruin my life. So trust and believe. Also, I trust and believe I do not forget. But also I have what?
I'm just laughing at like just how subtle that was. The trauma dump.
Also, I have siblings who are that age, so it's just like off top of dome, which I give a lot and very well.
I watched like 36 movies last night. I could not sleep.
I couldn't sleep either, and I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I have work to do, like trust and believe.
Oh,
trust and believe that. I have so much work to do. I have to like pack. I have things to do, but instead I sat on my bed and made TikToks forever, which is exactly why I shouldn't have the app. Like, I'm so bored. Because fucking Fortnite was down last night. It was literally the worst thing that happened to me, Kai. I played 1 round. It was so good. I was on such a good streak last night. And then Fortnite went down. It was really the worst thing that happened to me. I can't stress enough.
Yeah, I just like laid in bed till like 6 a.m. watching movies and shows all night. Like, I watch, honestly, it almost broke my top 4 on Letterboxd, but then I thought about it and I was like, you're just being like fucking stupid. Like, you're just trying to be different and weird, which I can recognize. Sometimes I like, my brain works in that way where I'm like, I want to be as different and weird as possible. But I never give into those weird thoughts because I am who I am at the end of the day. But I watched the Lego movie last night.
The first one?
Yes, that shit is actually so advanced. It's
really good.
It's like really like there are some like really like actually real shit that they're like commenting on in such like a fun. I was laughing out loud in bed.
It's genuinely super good.
It's super funny, super good, and like the subject matter is like super advanced. I was like, oh whoa, this is like a lit ass movie.
I was next to someone on a plane recently and they were watching it and cracking the fuck up.
It's actually that funny. It's actually that funny.
I don't know if I believe that. Like, come on. Like, come on. Like, come on.
Two man babies talking about how much we love the Lego movie.
It's actually really good.
It is good though.
Drew texted me that last night and I was like, all right, I'm going to bed. That text sent me to bed.
He texted you from his room.
Yeah, because I got up to pee and he was like, I'm up too.
I was like, I can't sleep either. I can't sleep either. Literally just like that. With 100 E's.
And then I was...
Drew hinting that he wants to crawl into bed with Enya so
we
bad.
haven't had this spend the night in a very long time.
When
which
Drew
is
was
weird.
suffering very awfully from his PTSD from the break-in, he would sleep in my bed almost too often.
No.
It was awesome for me.
My little wing was like not getting the treatment she
shriveled.
deserved.
The wing, the clitoris was shriveled.
Yeah, she was like evaporated. She was like a little dust bunny. Like,
well, no, I just gave
lips.
you your sensitivity back. You were abusing her.
You did give me a tolerance break.
Yeah, I gave you a masturbation tea break. You were abusing her. Simply. I'm no fap right now.
Huh? You're no fap right now? This, like, why? Like, how did we become, like, one of the most sexual, like, podcasts other than maybe, like, Tan Mojo? And I haven't watched her podcast. I'm just assuming she'd be talking about sex.
We don't talk about sex. We talk about, like, playing with ourselves.
We talk about our own members.
We talk about, like, the really lame shit.
If I'm going to talk about something, it's going to be my wing bot. Like,
we're just relatable. Everyone
it's
does
not
it.
a
It's
sex
natural.
podcast. It's just a jacking off podcast.
It's the masturbation podcast. Sorry. I thought of something. I had a thought and it's not coming out.
Do you want me to pry?
No, you shouldn't, because I literally can't. I can't say it. And that's it for this episode. Thanks, guys.
That's what it feels like. I have nothing else to say to y'all.
I literally felt like I just talked for an hour.
I know. I have nothing else to say to y'all. Y'all are sucking me dry.
I need to be sucked dry. I need.
Viewers are literally stealing every ounce of conversation I have, and it's y'all's fault.
What's insane is the fact that I still talk my fucking ass off. You would think I do this and it like leaves me dead and silent for a week. Bitch, I get off of here, I get on my iPhone for like an hour and I'm right back to it. Like, I just need like a few minutes on iPhone having monkey brain, like dopamine to like recharge, and then I'm like, all right, I dabble in Fortnite.
You do without fail every single episode for, at this point, 42 episodes. As soon as we turn off the camera, you just go to the couch and are on TikTok.
Yeah.
For like an hour straight, and then you're good.
Yeah, and then I'm like, all right, I'm back. Like, I literally, like, it actually, after the camera gets turned off, my brain is like, it feels like an old TV turning off. Like, when, like when it would, like, zoom, like that's what my brain feels like for, like, an hour after.
It is, like, actually so draining to talk for an hour. Like, people don't realize that, but I have the hardest job in the world.
It is
simply.
This is the
I'm
hardest
braver than the
job
fucking Marines
in America.
It's like I do harder work than the average American. Yeah.
I was gonna say, because like, yes, we can argue like whatever, 9 to 5 you have to get up, blah, 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 but like I have to sit here and like be myself.
Which
and like
is
that
so
is the bravest, like that is the
hard.
most courageous thing you can do.
Which is so hard.
In this day and age, nobody wants to be themselves.
And like the hardest part about it is being loved by everybody. Like
I know. Not being able to go outside, like living in a city like LA and not being able to go outside without the chance of someone knowing who you are.
I mean, it's just a nightmare.
It literally is. It like at least we have each other to understand, because like these people watching, like they literally have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like we might as well
just like really
language.
It's unnatural.
Yeah.
Like humans weren't meant to be seen by this many people. You know?
But the thing is, like, we are the people to put ourselves in that position for their enjoyment. We're like little
oh my
animals.
God, we are good people.
Yeah, that's
like
what I'm
we
saying.
are We are good
We
people.
are better than most.
We lock ourselves in the zoo so they can observe us.
Yeah.
If only y'all could see the cage that's around us right now. We literally record the podcast in a cage and go and sleep in the corner and wake up in the morning and do it again.
And there's a little stack of hay in the corner that has an imprint from our body.
Yeah, and then I eat the hay that you sit on.
Why would you eat the hay that I sit on? Drew, why would you eat the one? Like, I sweat on that.
The
why
dookie flakes.
Ew.
What?
Like you're eating my doo-doo flakes.
Your stink.
My little stink.
Oh, I love a good smell.
Is that?
I love a good bad smell.
Is that like your Texas accent? You say stink.
Stink?
You say stink.
Stink.
But isn't it stink?
Stink. No, it is stink.
But doesn't Drew say stink?
Stink.
Yeah.
But I guess that's like.
What do you want to say? Stink.
Stink.
I also say I'm going to draw a picture.
That has to be Texas too, right?
That's that Texan drawl.
Wait, somewhere I saw. Oh, I think I saw on like the Reddit page or something like the other day that someone was like, "It's so crazy how Madeline still has her accent, and then like Drew doesn't." And I was like,
It is crazy. I had that accent, but I also just think like I never really fully had like an actual Texan accent, like a Southern accent. I think like, oh my god, she's always stealing. She's always steals the attention from me.
Gets me every time.
She always has to steal the attention.
I'm not kidding. That burp actually took the breath out of me.
It was like, one of those ones that
it like left an air
esophagus.
bubble right here.
Yeah.
Like it actually like knocked me a little.
But I don't think I ever really had a Texas accent. I think or Texan accent. I think I just like have a better vocabulary than the average person. So it's just like, it was hard for me to have that. No, genuinely, I like just didn't have one. And then, but I actually have noticed a bunch recently that people are like, when I talked to Madeline on the phone, they were like, Drew's Texan accent comes out when he's talking on the phone. And I watched that clip over and over again to like try to hear my Texan accent. And there were like 50 comments talking about it. And I, for the life of me, could not hear like a change in my like accent. But then when I'm on the phone with my grandma or like one of my Texas friends, like my accent like literally comes out like crazy. It's literally like Elsie talking with her mom.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, it's something so like instinctual in me. Like I don't even like consciously do it. It just happens. But yeah, in Granbury, we say like slay and serve.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Oh my God, my hometown. I just like, I haven't thought about it in like, since the Billboard video, and like, that place is psycho.
I
love it though. It's like literally such like a change of pace.
It's like a different world.
Yeah, it really is. Just like, I go back and I live. And that's like, I don't do anything but eat McDonald's and drive my mom's car 120 miles per hour up and down the road. You've been in it. Dude, that was so fucked up of me to do to you, because like I was literally like not suicidal, but I was like at like a very low point in my life after my brother died, and you were in Granbury, and I was like, look how fast we can go. And it was like midnight, and I was like just zooming up and down the back roads.
You know what though? Like I didn't experience a death, but I was like in like also a tumultuous time. So I literally did not second guess it, because that's like
we were in that shit together.
I was partaking in the same kind of like really like, let's see how high I could get my adrenaline so I could feel alive again, like kind of behavior. So I just like I literally
don't do that shit though.
Yeah,
like,
do not do that.
That is genuinely like some of the dumbest shit that I've ever done. Is like go fast in the car. Like that's like actually like I recognize that is like really, really stupid and dangerous, but I just like doing it. But I also, to clarify, do it on like desolate back roads in Texas where like literally there hasn't been a soul driving on it but me for the last 8 hours. So it's just like whatever. But yeah, very dangerous time in my life.
Sorry, I went to go smell my fucking armpit because something in this area stinks, and I thought it was me, and I hit my fucking forehead with my ring.
Girl, that's my ball grease. No, that girl at fucking Coachella.
Yeah, it smells like an onion. Like, it smells like a single onion. Like
girl, there's
onion.
probably rotten food back here. Like, there's always something rotten in there.
Something smells like it's rotting.
The girl at Coachella that was like raising her hands, and she was like, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
And she like looked away. She's my hero. She's my hero.
Like I've gotten comments like people.
I'm smelling the onion now.
Yeah, you smell it.
Oh, it's Josh's food. He probably ordered onion food.
Oh.
Yeah.
Onion food.
No, it fully is Josh's food. The thing is, I've gotten comments where people are like, are we going to ignore that Enya smelled herself? Who fucking cares? Because y'all are the kind of bitches to be in a room smelling bad, wondering what's smelling bad, and it's you because you don't fucking smell yourself. Like, you need to take accountability. Yeah, let's talk about that. Take accountability for smelling like shit.
She did what she had to do, and she had her hands up, she put her hands down, and that's self-awareness that I love and support.
She did what she needed to do. She had her hands up and put her hands down.
Yeah, and I support her thoroughly.
Sorry, I need to light a fucking candle because it smells like.
I need a J right now, literally so fucking bad.
Do you want me
I got you.
to roll you one?
Here.
Yeah, roll me a J.
You. Just suck that down.
Imagine
I'm sure
I did just now.
That would be awesome.
No one's commented on my mud water.
Because we're over it. Hold on, actually, because I literally need.
Wow.
That looks so fucking gross.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Again, I know I say it every episode, but it's very real. It's very real for me. I am surrounded by dangerous people. Ty and Enya are dangerous.
Yeah, me when you just admitted to going 120 miles an hour with me in the passenger seat.
And twisted, and they play mind games with me. You should see what they do to me.
Yeah, we do.
When the cameras are off, it's a different story. It may seem lighthearted and fun.
True.
But they attack me.
You're acting crazy
right you're now. Fucking belligerent.
Did you take your meds today?
Drew? Oh my god, see?
Did you take your pills?
See?
Open your mouth, let me see it.
Under tongue. Oh! Has that been in your mouth the whole time?
Chewing the lithium.
What?
I haven't spoken to my therapist for 2 months.
You're ghosting her again?
Yeah, I have not spoken to her.
Have you did you get the last response in, or did she?
Yeah, she got the last response in.
Oh.
I've just been, or no,
the conversation ended cordially, or did you ghost her?
It was really cordial. Okay. I basically emailed my therapist and I was like, oh, sorry, I've been MIA. I just haven't really had time to talk. And I feel like I've been doing okay enough that I don't need to. Which is...
You need to talk.
Clinically insane. Actually, you know when, in the beginning of interrogation, YouTube videos where people are it starts with, this video has been, analyzed by, a psychologist. Yeah. We need that for Drew. We need, a psychologist to analyze footage of him.
One thing about me is I thoroughly believe that I could... No. I was gonna say I could commit a crime and then lie my way out of an interrogation. But Orion. Absolutely not. I would genuinely I could not commit a crime and go to jail for life for the crime I didn't commit because I would freak the fuck out and freeze up.
Orion says that all the time when we were watching this interrogation, and I was like, this is how you would look. This girl thinks she's killing it, and that's exactly how you would look. It's just no, yeah.
I want my lawyer.
That is how Orion is.
I want my lawyer.
Being I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, I would fold
I wasn't there, I was here.
Hard. I've never had a doubt in my mind. I am so transparent when it comes to being stressed out. People will be I feel like one time we were hanging out.
I clocked you forever. Yeah. Every time I clock you every single time.
We were in the car, and you've done this to me too. We were in the car, not even looking at me, maybe even on your phone, and then my body will tense up or something, and you'll go, ugh. You are acting weird as fuck. And it's
me?
No, me.
No, but I say you're acting weird as fuck.
You'll just call me out for
No, I don't call you. I'm Kai, are you all right? What's up? What are you this is what I say. I'm what are you thinking about?
Yeah. You'll be no, a couple times you'll be
no, I'll be you're being weird. You are being a freak. I'm the killer is in the backseat.
And you won't even
It'll be I'm driving and I just feel something in my backseat shift. And Kai, when he is not in a mood, but when you are feeling something, you will get in my car and disappear in the car. Yeah. I'll be driving for 20 minutes and I'm then suddenly I look in my rearview mirror and I'm oh my god, he's literally
I'm
there.
So bad at faking it, but whatever.
Well, you gotta fake it till you make it and push all that shit down. So get better at it.
Exactly.
Yeah, totally.
I'm really good. I'm not good at faking it. I don't think. No. I think I'm good.
I'm awful. Well, no, I'm good when I need to be good, but when I want people to be like, what's wrong? Or like, you're terrorizing the vibe right now. I like sometimes intentionally do it. Like when we were walking up to Coachella, that was unintentional. But I wasn't even trying to hide it. I was just like, I'm in a bad mood. But like when I intentionally want someone to be like, what's wrong? Like I'll like play it up a little bit.
You're so annoying.
It's true.
And then when
I'm
you
just
ask,
telling
he
the
won't say
goddamn
anything.
truth.
He's like, no, I'm good.
No, exactly. I'm telling the goddamn truth. Like that's the thing about me is I tell the truth. I say what people are afraid to say.
You are not. You're lying. Like, how are you lying as you're talking about telling the truth? Like, you're lying about telling the truth. I don't think I'm a good liar at all. Like, I think I'm really bad. Like, I fold really easily. But mainly, I speak before I think so often that I don't even think to lie before I tell the truth. Like, I just am naturally like, oh yeah,
Why
this
is
and
that?
that. Because I don't think to lie because I'm not a piece of shit. Like I'm literally one of the best people on earth.
See,
And you can quote me on that. Fuck you. Shut up. Don't quote me.
They're like, okay, this is like I lie when it's fun and funny. Obviously, like we know that about me. Half the shit I say is literally like a funny lie, like whatever. But when the time to tell the truth happens, like I like when it's like a serious moment, I don't lie. I tell the truth.
Yeah.
Except when someone asks me about my own emotions, then I lie.
So
no, I'm happy.
So
I'm happy, and then I bottle it up and shove it way deep down.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm surprised.
I honestly bottle it up and shove it up my hole. Like everyone's so concerned with shoving it down, but I bottle it and put it in me.
Exactly. No, I like. There's something like actually I like recognize this wrong with me. Because, like, when I bottle shit down, like, everyone's like, oh, it's going to boil over. It's going to boil over. I've been bottling shit for, like, 15 years, and it somehow just, like, evaporates in my gut, and I shit it out.
That is literally not true. That is so far from the truth.
No, it's true.
No, it's literally not. Like, I think, like, you think you're good at it, but, like, it comes out.
Do you remember that video of the Coney 2012 guy? Like getting naked
and jerking off.
Yeah, that's gonna be Drew in literally 2 years. He's gonna be like,
"No, I've
bottled it for 15 years. Like but it's good. Like
I've said totally that. Good. No, like I'm gonna snap one day. It's gonna be crazy. Like people are gonna be like, oh, is this like a bit? Like what is he doing? And I'm gonna be like literally rolling around naked on the floor of fucking Hollywood, like literally putting rocks in my ass. It's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna make you like way down. Like how will you keep?
I'm gonna recreate the movie at Mulholland Drive.
What was that? What was that? Because I blinked and then I heard something. What was that? Did you almost drop something?
Actually, that was just a moment between me, Kai, and the viewers.
Oh, the thing is, you put out the fucking candle somehow.
No, it just died.
Is it a Glossier candle?
Yes, and I want another one so bad.
Dude, Burbs get Kai every time. If you want to make Kai laugh, just burp.
No, it's insane. Like yours is like a baby burp. Like
that's how babies burp.
Well, I'm literally drinking baby diarrhea shit right now.
Babies don't have any social awareness to know that burps are funny yet, so they'll just like shit and burp and just be like serious.
Yeah, serious. You just like did it like break.
Wait, why do I want a kid?
You would be an awful father.
No, I recognize
you after saying like, yeah, I just bottle everything up and I've been doing it for 15 years. Why do I want a kid?
I drove my parents around in Los Angeles for a week, and on the way to Malibu, I had a very serious conversation with myself in my head where I was like, this is what it's like having children, and I actually that would be dangerous. Me,
you considering
it would be dark-sided.
You
It'd
considering
be
thinking a conversation with yourself. Girl, you're just thinking.
No, we were having dialogue. Me and my alters.
Okay, yeah.
Drew, should we try for a kid?
I'm so happy you finally asked.
I can't reach. Yeah, we should start trying.
I'll carry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just deciding who's going to carry the child.
Also that quick, just like, yeah, I'll do it. Like, it's on me. It's on me. The baby's on me. Like, I'll do it. I still literally I feel like we've talked about like wanting kids possibly on this podcast so much.
It's a relatable topic for their mid-20 girls.
I'm down, but I'm still like I think I'd be a really bad mom. I think I'd be really like without realizing it like fucking awful because I genuinely had this thought. I was going through my closet and folding everything and I was like, dude, I have like such a cool like collection of clothing building up. I get to give this to my daughter. And then I really thought about it and I was like, let me see my daughter look better in my clothing than I ever did. No. I'm going to be like, damn, you look fucking bad. Like, you look really bad in that. Like,
oh my God, it's going to be so cute when, like, my grandkids are going through, like, my kid's attic and they find, like, a rack of, like, all of my clothes on there. And they're like, look at this, like,
3 shirts.
Vintage shit. Like, look at all this. Hello, this is going to be worth, like, $200 in the future. The Sling Tour Claire merch.
Yeah.
It's a grail. There are so many people watching right now that want this shirt.
Bidding
goes at... let's say $640. Okay, I have a surprise.
What?
Damn, I always bring out all the surprises. Where's my surprise?
The thing is, whatever he just pulled out was out of our fucking fridge. So, like,
where's all my surprises?
I probably put it in there.
Mm.
Oh. Which one do you want? And which one
you choose. It's your surprise.
I'm getting this.
Okay, inflation isn't real because these are still 99 cents. Like, y'all are actually fucking insane. I genuinely...
The government is literally making it up because they want to, like, suffocate communities.
This is proof that it's corporate greed. Inflation wouldn't be real if everybody just stuck to their prices all the time and we could just live in harmony forever.
You know what? You were one of the smartest people I know.
Thank you.
Like, literally.
That's all I needed to hear. Holy shit.
Kai, what were you going to say? You were going to say something. We took a minor break.
Oh,
because something really bad happened to me, guys. So you should comment like that.
People were.
What were you saying?
People were.
Okay, you can go. We'll chill.
People were.
Oh, fuck.
All right, it's down. It's out of my hand. I'm not going to do anything. And you put yours down so you can chat.
This shit tastes so fucking good. What the fuck is in this? Like, actually, what
literally,
is in this?
Miss Arizona put her pussy in this. I swear to fucking God.
This is scary. What is in
this?
this?
I put the pussy of the green tea leaf in this.
They literally, like, what? This is squirt. Like, what? It's like fucking me up.
This is apple flavor. Try this.
Wait,
it has like the essence of apple. It's really pretty.
I used to get this one.
Arizona, sponsor us. Kai, what were you saying?
How much caffeine is in this? Keep going, Kai.
Okay. People were.
I swear to God, I was literally just gonna take a sip.
It's just funny because this is so big. I used to drink like 3 of these like every day in high school.
So bad for you.
In middle school,
it's only
I would
210 calories, which is surprising. I thought it would be like 600.
How many grams of sugar is in that? It's gotta be like 40 grams, right?
Oh, 49.
Literally 50 grams, basically.
Yeah, that's not good for you.
I mean,
I need glucose to survive, baby.
That's true. I'm an idiot. I shouldn't have even
It's like
said
how
anything.
they give cows Skittles. Say what you're gonna say.
Oh, people were Ubering back from Coachella to LA. Like,
no.
I heard of like.
Wait, but how much would that be?
Dude, some people spent like $1,000 because it would.
The Ubers were driving from LA anyways. Like all the Ubers that I had were from LA at Coachella.
Really?
Yeah, they all drive down.
Yeah,
there for
so they were
weekend.
probably gonna go back anyway, and they were just like, "Let's."
Damn, I'll make a bag while I drive.
But you know, like we would try to get an Uber to an after party, and it was like $110 just like to go like 10 miles or something.
Yeah.
And then
it's like literally 200,000 people are all trying to Uber.
Yeah. So one of my friends, I guess, blacked out and ordered an Uber back to LA, and it was like during the rush of everyone going to after parties. And it was like $850.
Oh my
and like
God.
Blacked in. But I guess the drive wasn't bad at all because it was at like 3 a.m. in the middle of the festival. So it wasn't like, it took like 2.5 hours. But it like got caught in like the surge pricing.
Did they mean to leave?
I think that they did make the decision. They were like, I want to go home.
Oh, okay. Because they're like being blacked out and like 3 hours from home and being like, like just blacked out and like hitting home on your Uber and being like,
that's literally what Enya was trying to make me do on day 3. She's like, you're going to just have to
bitch,
Uber
I was
home.
like, like 8 million people here, bitch. Get a ride.
I do forget that I am a bit of a socialite and everybody I know loves me and would be so willing to give me a ride back. I forget that.
I guess, yeah. But you do have to do things for them, like in a sexual way. So it's like, is it love or are they using you?
It's not using me because I want it. Badly. Okay. $800 Uber. That's actually fucking insane. Like,
dude, the Uber prices in general for Coachella. Me and Orion were talking about this. We were like, literally, thank God we can afford to like come and leave here, or like specifically leave, because you could get an Uber for like $50 there if you like timed it right. But to leave, it was always $150 plus, and I was like, holy shit! Like, and even, that is insane. That is unreal.
Like, even that price, $50 Uber, is like insanely high for how far we were going.
No,
like,
it was literally like a 25-minute drive.
Yeah, so like it's already insanely high, but like, yeah, like
you do what you gotta do to be safe.
Would you do? Like, yeah, like
it's like you either be safe. I guess it's making the decision like, okay, do you want to go there and stay sober and drive, or do you want to like be safe and not take your car because you probably won't. Oh my god, stay sober. What are you looking at? You're looking at my tits right now.
What?
Were you just looking at my boobs?
Did you think that was subtle, Drew?
What? I wasn't even doing that.
You fully just bent your body forward to look at my boobs.
I'm not even looking at your fucking boobs. Like,
no, you're looking right now. Like, stop.
What? Oh my god, you're such a perv. Like, everything you do, everything I do is
Kai,
so
why are you
sexual.
covering yourself?
Everything. I'm showing respect by holding my hand in.
I'm holding respect by not acknowledging that there's a woman in the room, because I will indefinitely sexualize you if I look at you.
Exactly.
That's the male gaze. Or no, that's literally not what that means.
Yeah, you are a male gaze. Oh, y'all are some shit. Male gaze.
That was lit.
Oh.
We had a 5-minute bit of us just slurping fucking Arizona tea.
I know, when we were doing that, I was like, dude, you guys are such freaks for watching this. Every episode I've been mentioning it.
They're not freaks. They're actually like brave. Like, they're warriors. If you make it through every episode, if you make it this far into this episode, I literally need to see like a comment or something.
You're getting a badge of honor.
Because you're literally like I will like not acknowledge it because I don't have the time, but I will read it and I will see.
There's comments of people that'll be like, I just found out about this podcast and I binged every episode over the last like 2 weeks. And I'm like, I need to see an MRI scan of that person's brain.
No, their brain is literally this big now. It's this. No, it's not even this big.
It's just a green Skittle.
Yeah.
It's literally a green sour Skittle.
Yeah, I was going to say sour Skittle.
That's Holy the yellow shit. Ones. It's just nasty, dude. That is so insane.
Yeah, y'all. But like, just say something. Say, I made it this far into the episode, whatever the timestamp is.
I want to play Fortnite so bad right now. I'm going to be really honest. Like, it's all I can think about.
Girl, let's do it on Patreon.
I'm not kidding. That would be fucking awesome.
Me literally fucking...
You have a video of us playing Fortnite.
My video of Fortnite coming out tomorrow.
I'm itching. I'm literally itching.
Wait, when is your video coming out?
It should be today, but I might be late.
Okay, work. Mine is probably going to come out tomorrow then. Sorry, we're discussing work and scheduling. That's what it's like being an influencer, scheduling out your videos.
Yeah, taking meetings.
Exactly. Girl, like,
I love a good influencer saying like, yeah, like I wake up and then I take meetings. I'm like, you don't do that. You don't do that. Because I don't do that. But like maybe some of you bitches actually have that. But like...
I just call like any phone call that I have a meeting. I'm like, oh, I was doing meetings. Literally just to make myself feel like I'm productive when like in reality I do nothing all the time. All the fucking time. I am fucking munching these down.
They taste really fucking good.
I am actually destroying this.
You're never gonna hear me say it again because I'm gonna kill myself.
Oh my god.
And then you're gonna. I love saying that to people.
Then you're gonna miss me. You'll miss me.
Then you'll be like, damn, I shouldn't have taken that for granted. Like that thing that you didn't like. You're gonna look back and be like, you know what? I could use that right now.
Oh, I think about that shit all the time. I'm like, what I'm annoyed by, like with like my friends or relationships or family. I'm like, you know what? It may be annoying in the moment, but when they eventually pass away, because I'm gonna outlive everybody, it's gonna be sad when I'm all alone. I think I'm gonna be like 156.
You
maybe.
went from thinking you're gonna die at like 30 to now.
Well, it's 25 because I have to make $1 million before I'm 25, which I have like 7 more months, or what is it?
You have literally 1 more month.
Yeah, so I'm like,
I don't know how you're gonna make it.
Y'all better savor these moments. Seriously. Because
I'm not kidding. I have such little fathom of real life. I don't know what making $1 million would even do for someone. Like, I'm literally like, genuinely, what does that do for you?
No,
like,
at this point, it like means nothing to me.
Yeah, I'm like, you are literally just doing that. You're just doing it to say you did it. Like, you're not,
No,
like, that's
exactly.
not, it's not changing anything about your life. You're literally just doing it to be like, I did that one time. And it's like, cool. Like, you still suck. I'm sorry. And I'm having fun. Me, that's the thing about me is like, I am alive to have fun, have sex, and have a laugh.
Yeah,
those
literally,
are my
at the end of the day, the meaning of life is to breed.
Yeah, it's to breed and live.
For me, it's just all about helping people and just being positive and chill and awesome.
You are like one of the most negative energies I've ever met in my life.
That was beautiful.
Thank you, Drew.
You are beautiful.
That's really just like so good.
Yeah, that used to be like my idea, but then I was like, wait, you could be really nice to someone and they still treat you like shit. You know what? I'm here to have fun. Even though I still bend over backwards and I let everybody beat me over the head.
I do make it an effort to just be nice to literally everybody. Like, just give everybody the benefit of the doubt and see their side. And maybe I don't agree with it, but I think everybody deserves that much.
You are one of the best people I've ever met in my life.
Thank you.
Like, did you just like teach yourself that, or did someone teach that to you?
It's just like this intuition that I have, like ever since I was a young child.
Yeah,
like,
it came naturally.
Yeah,
You've
I'm
just always
basically
been
a philosopher.
Yeah, you've always been a caretaker and like just like
a giver. I've been a giver.
You're an empath.
I'm an empath. I've been a giver my whole life. I just give so much.
I am giving.
It's giving. Wait, the giver is literally giving. Like, oh my god.
Dude, I have nothing useless to give to the world anymore.
I know, y'all.
Like,
Sorry. You're seeing us just like
deteriorate. Like, I'm done. Like, okay,
yeah.
how do people have podcasts for like 3 years? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about?
That, and also, how do people record podcasts every day? Like, I actually like, or even like multiple times a day.
How do people do anything every day? Like, I'm done. I'm tapping out. Like, I'm literally like
it's
y'all.
So funny because like we're gonna turn the camera off and then you guys are gonna be talking for 7 hours straight.
No,
like,
I'm not gonna shut the fuck up. We have somewhere to go after this, and then after I'm trying to meet with more people. I'm like, yes.
Wait,
like,
who are you trying to meet with later?
Rain.
Oh, okay, because I was like, I made plans with Axel to go see movie today.
Axel.
Yeah. Weber, the TikToker.
I'm not kidding. I don't know who that is. I'm not kidding.
He's the guy that lives in the world's smallest apartment in LA or in New York.
Oh, the guy who's on the news. Are you joking?
No, but I am meeting with Axel.
I was like, you're not going
but
to
not
see
him.
You're not going to see me with that kid. Like, what are you talking about? Dude,
He's friends with like Weston.
That actually greens me the living fuck out. I was like, why are you going to see a movie with that kid? Like, why? Like, why is he here? Like,
the little actor boy.
Yeah.
I'm
the
not kidding.
psychological
I wish
operation.
You understood. Yeah, like I feel like.
Is he real? Is that a real person or is that?
I've discussed this. Like, I think he is an industry plant and he's like an actual robot. Like, I know last night I was saying like. There is some human behind Mark Zuckerberg and his decisions, but Axel Weber is a literal robot and he actually gives me uncanny valley and I'm scared of that man. I'm sorry.
He's just so good at being in front of a camera for TikTok. Not even for like TV and film, but for TikTok.
You don't know that? He's going to be big.
I mean, he probably will be.
No, I agree. Like, what he does, he's so good at.
Yeah, and I'm just like, it seems...
He's infectious, which is annoying to me because I want to be that. But I'm like the opposite of infectious.
You're like hazardous. Like hazardly.
I'm infectious, but it's like
infectious. Yeah,
like deadly.
You're biohazard infectious.
Yo, we're on the podcast. Josiah's on the podcast with us. What do you have to say?
I have a question.
Okay, I have to call you back. Text it to me.
Just bleep what he said. Like, cut that.
Dude, I'm so ugly. I'm like, mask mandate getting lifted off the airplanes. Yeah.
It's not that I'm anti-mask is that it's just I don't believe in the muzzle.
Exactly.
Like
No, it is like me wanting to be comfortable.
Literally, I'm done. I'm so drunk right now.
Holy shit. She's fucking lit.
This photo being taken, like someone's gonna see that photo and be like, "Oh, that was taken like once they were done."
No, it was like while we were still on camera.
In the middle of the fucking episode.
You know what it is? I actually have absolutely nothing fucking happening in my life. Like I've said this for the past few months. I cannot stress enough monkey brain. Like, I don't know what's happening. I never know what's happening. I'm just letting life happen. And I'm like, okay, I guess I got to go do this. And I go and do the thing. And then I'm like, I'm waiting for another task. And then I avoid the task. And then I do it because I need to do it, I guess.
Yeah. I have so much shit going on. I have like deals and meetings that I have to make. I'm like moving money around constantly.
So you're laundering money? God.
No. I'm just moving it to different investments, kind of like reevaluating how much money
This is what everybody who accidentally got involved in the money laundering scheme that is crypto trying to explain to their parents why they're out like $2,000.
I was doing my taxes for 2021 and I was like looking at my like statement and I was like, oh my God, like in 2021, I got addicted to gambling. Like, and it was just not actually gambling, but like throwing money at crypto, which is just essentially gambling.
Yeah.
To me. But I still believe in it.
And I got addicted to investing in myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I got addicted.
That's actually
just like getting
investing in pieces of clothing.
Did you know that you don't have to pay taxes?
What?
You don't even have to do that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you can actually save a bunch of money.
H&R Block scammed me.
Yeah.
They scammed me.
Today?
Yesterday. Because I was filing for an extension. And because I'm like, I'm not paying my tax. I'm not doing that shit right now. I'm like literally master procrastinator. I'm
masturbator.
Exactly. I went to file for an extension and I did it on my own, but it said it got rejected. And so I called H&R Block. And I was like, I need to file for an extension. And they were like, well, you have to pay us $99 to even talk to us. And I was like, okay. So I gave them $99 and they were like, oh, we'll file it for you. Like, it says you're not filed. It's not filed. And then we, like, on the phone, I had like a 30-minute call with them. They filed it. And then she called me back like an hour later and was like, oh, it got rejected. Don't be worried. It's because the first time you filed it on your own, it went through. And I was like, so I paid y'all $99 for nothing? And she was like, well, it adds to like when we do our taxes together at the end of the year. And I'm like, I don't do my taxes with H&R Block, so like y'all just stole money from me.
It's so crazy that there's like facial recognition. We're all being tracked constantly, but there's no like automated way just to take taxes.
It's because the like H&R Block and Intuit and TurboTax all lobbied against the government for years and paid congressmen millions of dollars to vote that they have to be the one in power during the tax season and all this crazy shit. And that's why taxes are so convoluted. It's because of places like H&R Block that I fucking hate.
But you're supporting those places. That's the funny part. Isn't that weird?
There's no other way. It
Yikes,
drives me insane.
Yikes.
Actually, like every tax season, I like get so angry thinking about it because I'm like, just please, you know how much fucking money I owe you? Send me that. Send me that on January 1st. And I will pay that to you, and I'll do my little stupid deductions. Like, I won't even do deductions for you. I will literally just give you the money that you think I owe you just so I don't have to fucking worry about going to jail. It's like the worst vibe in the world.
Why don't you just, like, call the IRS and figure it out?
I actually did, too, like, in 2020.
Call the IRS.
No, I literally did in 2022. Or in 2020 because since my, like, identity was stolen, like... literally like for some reason my like social wasn't working and like when I filed my taxes like also, I wasn't being recognized as like a real person and I had like it said I didn't file my taxes and I was like I filed my taxes and paid y'all and they're like we'll sort this out and then I had to be on the phone with him for 4 hours when I was back in Texas in April in 2022 or 2020 fucking nightmare.
Also, your identity like wasn't like stolen for some reason. It's because you used to carry your fucking social in your wallet. Yeah. And then you lost it at Universal when you were underage drinking. See how karma catches up to you when you do illegal things.
Keyword underage. I was a little child, and you were feeding me alcohol. David Dobrik.
Yeah, because you needed it. Oh my God.
It's giving David Dobrik. It's giving David Dobrik.
It's giving defamation lawsuit.
I mean, he said it himself. He apologized for it.
For giving you alcohol?
No, I'm saying you gave me out. I thought you were saying it's defamation lawsuit because David Dobrik's going to sue me.
Yeah, he is.
Well, he said it. He admitted to it. He apologized, so it's not defamation. I have my bases covered.
You've thought about this.
I am a lawyer. I'm training. I'm
So
taking my
you're
bar
a lawyer, you're an empath. You're clinically insane. We need to get that on a shirt. Lawyer, empath, clinically insane.
One of those ironic shirts.
That's literally all over the place. I don't think you can be like a true empath and like be a lawyer.
I think there's like a certain, like a defending lawyer.
But like even you could get on cases where you're defending something that you don't morally agree with.
I
guess it's not about being an empath. It's about being like...
You can kind of choose your cases. You can be like a lawyer and choose like cases where you're like, oh, this dude... Like there's this dude on TikTok. I think his name's like Lolo or something.
Lola Bunny?
Yeah, Lolo. He is like I think a good lawyer. I know nothing about it.
No lawyer is a good lawyer because all of the whole system is fucked. Throw the whole system away.
Me saying shit that I know nothing about.
I know. No, both of us just like regurgitating what we think sounds good.
No, I know that sounds good. I don't think it sounds good.
You said you know it sounds good. You don't know anything.
Holy shit, this is the worst episode we've ever recorded. Like this, I'm sorry guys, this is fucking awful. Like I don't want to be doing this right now. I love you so much. Like I love that you watch this every week and I'm sorry. Sometimes I can't turn it on. I've been turning it on for 42 weeks in a row or 41 weeks in a row. I can turn you on.
Like Drew, just like give me a chance.
Today is just not on for me and I'm sorry. But like next week, if there is a next week, the world might end. I might die in the forest. I may get stranded. Who knows? Who knows?
No,
it'll be better.
The good news is this is the last episode of the podcast because I don't plan on coming back to this. Like I think I've just like kind of like said what I needed to say, and I think I could just like disappear for like 3 years, and everybody just has to kind of like be okay with that. Mm-hmm. And sure, you might get like a little bit of like abandonment issues and like PTSD because you'll be like, oh my God, this is someone who I used to see every week. And although virtually, like I built a connection with this person, but now they're just gone. And like, I don't know what they're up to. And like, I'm feeling this weird sense of like detachment and it's making me freak out because it's making me overanalyze my like parasocial relationships with people on the internet. And like, that's good. You're being self-aware, but like, I really don't give a fuck. And I'm actually going to abandon you and I'm done. Like I'm gone.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll be here next week. Guys, so don't worry
fuck.
about it.
Okay, no, then we'll be here. We'll be here. We can't let Kai take it. We cannot like Kai's gonna be here next week alone, but like he's not gonna be on camera. The chairs are just gonna be empty, and you're still gonna be right there.
Yeah. And you're just gonna be adding like you're gonna have conversation. You're gonna be like or you're gonna like laugh in the background at nothing for an hour.
Every like 10-minute intervals.
Yeah,
it's gonna be really cool.
You can't. Why'd you like trail off like that?
Huh?
Oh, I'm getting a massage. I need a massage.
I can massage. The thing is, I can turn you on. I can give you a massage. I can do all the things you want, and you don't want me to be that person.
I've genuinely before asked you to give me a massage or walk on my back, and you're like, ew, no.
I don't believe in that. I genuinely don't. Like even like I have to really love someone like in a romantic way to give them a massage because like no bitch, like what? Like
I just want someone to walk on my back every once in a while.
I'll walk on your back.
I love that.
I used to do that with my siblings, and then my parents yelled at me because they were like, "That's so bad for you. That's literally so bad for you to be doing on like a hardwood floor."
I used to have my parents walk on my back, and I would walk on their back when I was like 9.
How the fuck were your parents stepping on you?
It was just like
like lightly.
Yeah, it wasn't like they were fucking jumping on me. But yeah, we would like. There was like bars of my parents' bed, like because they had like a canopy bed.
Yeah.
And we would like I would hold on and just like be walking on my dad's back. Really good memory of mine.
That's so cute. Yeah, I think I used to do that with my parents too, but
yeah.
I don't really remember because I've just like my life was like actually a nightmare. So like I've like blocked out a lot of things and I don't like to think about it.
Holy shit, I just like spiraled and I had crazy thoughts. Like actually crazy thoughts.
Can you share your crazy thoughts or no?
I was just like thinking about how I like slept in my parents' bed for like a very long time, like until I was like 8 or something. Like I did not like sleeping in my own room. And then I was like I was like, did that like affect me as an adult? Like, is that like why I can't like form like romantic connections with people or some weird shit? And then I went into the spiral where I was like, like, and then I was like, why did I sleep in my parents' bed at the ripe age of 21 when my brother died? But then I was like, oh, that's like cute. It's like whatever. But just thoughts, literally thoughts.
I was thinking about that literally while we were at Coachella because I kept, not obviously exactly that, but I kept looking at people and thinking about how I was like, damn, like it's so insane. Like, again, this is nothing new to say ever, but it's so easy, like within our own experiences to like look at people and not think like, oh, this person used to be a child. Like this person used to be dependent on like other adults around them, and they used to be so small, and like it was in the hands of the people around them to try and do a good job to raise them and like keep them safe and like teach them the right things, but like nobody knows how to do that. So that's why there's so many people struggling with that, and then those people are gonna like either like self-reflect and change their own attitudes and like do their best to not repeat that, or they're just gonna repeat it without really realizing it because we're just fucking people, and what are we supposed to do? Like, as much self-reflecting as you do, I literally think there is no way to not project like things onto other people. Like I genuinely don't think even the most self-aware, like well-kept, emotional people.
I've done mushrooms before.
Oh, what does that do to you?
It just makes me like a better person. Like, like I know more things, and I know that the like world is like connected, and I
really can't believe men need to take mushrooms to know that humans have feelings. Like that is like literally like that is it's literally true.
I did a bunch of ketamine and I realized that I know nothing.
Exactly. So,
but then you did mushrooms and you were like, wait, I literally know.
That's what I took away from my actual first mushroom trip, was that nothing matters. Like that's literally, I came out of it like 7 years ago and was like, oh my God, like nothing literally matters at all. We're all connected, but nothing matters. And then that was like an unhealthy, very, very unhealthy spiral for me.
Yeah.
For like 6 years, 7 or 5 years. And then by like year 5, like I like had like a very deep self-reflection moment where I was like, this is like, this nihilistic like view on your world, or on the world, is like really destroying you and your relationships. So then I like just read a bunch of philosophy and read a bunch of books on nihilism, however the fuck you say it, I don't give a shit. And kind of just like discovered this, like it's not even possible. Like I know someone's gonna have to have an argument with me, but like the idea of like optimistic nihilism, where it's like, yeah, nothing matters at all, sure, but like since nothing matters, you can do whatever the fuck you want, and why not enjoy your time here while you have it? And that's like kind of my view on the world. And that made me a better person. Find the beauty in the life and you'll stop seeing what's ugly. I'm serious. Why'd you laugh?
I feel like so much of going from your early 20s into your mid to late 20s is becoming nihilistic and then figuring out a way to like transform that into optimistic nihilism. Or you're just like delusional and you're like, I actually do matter. Yeah. And maybe if that's,
I wish I thought that way. I genuinely wish I could be like, dude, like there's this greater purpose in life, like, but I just don't have it, which I don't think is unhealthy. I don't think that's an unhealthy thought. I think it's like, for me, it's like the healthiest thought.
I don't think necessarily that, I don't know that I believe that like nothing matters, because this is like the wackest way to phrase it, but like, because nothing matters, literally everything you do does matter. Like,
that's
like,
how I feel.
That's like my train of thought is, it's just be like, sure, like you could like be super objective, which isn't a thing, because I agree. Like I don't think that, I never look at my own life as a thing of like I don't matter, but realistically, yes I do, because not only on like a grander scale of like the position we're in, where we obviously like, although what we do is very silly and it could be pinpointed to nothing, but like us just being like funny people who like talk shit and do stupid things, like there is no way around the fact that like the people who watch this are like very intensely affected by it in a positive manner. And then even just on a smaller scope of like the way you go out through your life, like whether it be holding a door for someone, like chipping in, like doing small things, like those things have such big domino effects. And then especially in your like day-to-day life, like you do really like matter. But I know what you're saying. Like I used to, when I was younger, be like, I need to be something. I need to be like, I need to be remembered forever. Like I need to like make myself this historical figure because like my biggest fear was being forgotten. But now I almost find like solitude in that because I'm like,
I love the idea of being forgotten because in 200 years, my body is going to be recycled back to Earth and no one's going to have any idea who the fuck I was.
Yeah, literally.
And it's just a very comforting feeling because I'm like, good.
Yeah, because then
it doesn't matter.
It makes it easier to digest, like, I think your own faults in that way. Because it's like, yes, I could like look at my own mistakes and like self-reflect to the point of almost self-harm where I'm just like not really helping myself. And I'm like, oh, I'm this piece of shit. Like I'll never learn. Like I make mistakes all the time. But who fucking cares? Yeah. Yes, of course, self-reflect. Try to better yourself. But what? You're going to like be fucking evil and be like, oh my God, like I'm just this awful fucking person and everyone will remember me that way. It's like, no. Sure, some people you interact with will remember you one way or another. But at some point, even those memories fade. And then it's like, you just had your fun. You lived. You loved. Like, literally, to me, genuinely, I always say this. But the reason I am alive, like, through thick and thin is because of my relationships with people and my love for people. And, like, sure, to a certain extent, it is unhealthy. But, like, if it's what keeps me afloat, like, by all means, like, keep me afloat. Is, like, the love I know I have to give and, like, the fact that I do matter to the people around me, because it is really insane to think like I would be so different if I didn't know you, Drew. Like if I didn't have you, I'd be completely different. I think like in so many ways. I can't even pinpoint how I would be different, but I know I would be. And like even like without Kai, like I haven't known you for super long, but like there is no denying that like our friendship has like had so many effects already.
Life is about learning.
Yeah, but it is really funny how like nihilistic you can be as like a teenager, like just being like, this shit is so fucking stupid. I'm so fucking small, and like, what the fuck is this for? Like, and then you grow up.
A person floating on a rock through a vast empty of nothing. Like, that I do resonate with that thought, but
it goes like your scope is really big at first, and you're like, everything is so big and important, and then for me it was like. In my, like, I think it was around 20, I was just like, oh shit, everything is meaningless, completely meaningless. And then finally coming around, like you said, we're like, since everything is meaningless, what's right in front of you all of a sudden has all this weight that it didn't have like before. And
that's kind of what I was saying. Like, without saying it, it's just like find the beauty.
Yeah,
like that's literally all it is. It's just like, if you can find the beauty, everything becomes less ugly. I genuinely believe that. Just look for it.
Yeah, literally. Also, I only laughed when you said that because the way you moved your finger and said it. At first, I thought when you said it, you were gonna follow it with being like, "I just made that up." Like I thought you were gonna follow it with that, and that's why I laughed. Because
what I was getting at is find the beauty. Me.
You. So that is what you were doing.
I'm everybody's North Star.
Oh.
So look to me for your answers, and you'll be a good person.
If you're ever depressed, just pull up a photo of Drew.
Exactly.
And then
and smile.
And
it will reduce like so much stress.
The way that's actually true.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what's fucked up is like it is true for some people.
This is why Drew and I were walking around Coachella telling women to smile.
Yeah, we were just like, you need to smile more. You
guys were at Coachella harassing women?
No, we're not harassing. We're
way prettier with a smile.
We're literally.
Why did you have to comment on her looks? Like you weren't even like inquiring about her like emotional state. You were just.
We are third wave feminists, and you don't understand that.
Oh, what?
It's beyond you.
Explaining feminism.
It's beyond me as a woman. Yeah.
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it, but yeah, it's a man thing.
I wish I could explain this better, but I'll never forget when I met someone.
Oh my god!
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly.
When I started to I used to I think for context is this is annoying to say, but I'm like a boys girl. Like there's I think it's very obvious. Like of course I have my female relationships, but I am usually around men more often than not. And when I was growing up, yeah, because it's
She likes getting filled.
Yeah, I need a good filling. But like, I don't think I ever like stepped back to think like, oh damn, like even in these close relationships with men, like I still have like lesser power in the room because there's no denying it, whether I'm being treated fairly or not. Like once we leave this room where I'm being treated fairly, like there's still unfairness. Like, does that make sense? Whatever, we don't have to get into it.
Wait, are you saying like in our like close circle?
Yeah, like
no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like
there's just certain like things that come along with being a man that
that like
it's just unfair.
Yeah, whether you try to build a safe space or not, it's like at the end of the day, bitch, I'm a woman, so I am like playing at a lower level than you.
100%.
But I like so I never, and then I got to a point where I was really thinking about that, like when I was like, especially when I moved out to LA and I was 19 and I was like fully just around like guys all the time. I didn't have close girlfriends. Like me and Orion weren't very close yet. And I kind of started to realize that as I got closer to Orion, I started to really look at that. And I had someone,
dude, holy shit.
Someone I knew who for my birthday gave me books about like feminism and being a woman. And I remember I was really like offended by it. Not that there's anything offensive about being a feminist, but when a man is, this has to do with what they said about it, but they said that they got the books for me because they felt like I was just like really into being a girl right now. Like I was really into it. Like I was just like, that was like my thing right now, which really was like, excuse me? Like, oh, just right now. Oh, okay. Yeah. Like this too shall pass. Like that was like kind of the vibe. I was like, all this feminism shit, like you'll be back to being the cool girl one
You'll
day.
be back
like,
to normal.
You'll be back to being like, you'll be back to being normal. None of that feminism shit.
Exactly.
But yeah, I just thought about that because that is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, well, like being a male feminist is like actually really hard.
It's really hard for us.
Like taking. I don't mess up.
Drew,
are you
don't
gonna
cry
cry
again. Don't cry again. Remember when we cried in your room? We held each other.
Thinking about how hard women.
Yeah, how hard it is for us.
Okay, thinking how hard.
I didn't want anybody to know about that. How many people watch this?
A lot of people cry.
Like hundreds of thousands. Oh no.
How good.
How
men
we cry with each other.
How we're different.
How y'all are like gay. Like you're literally like when we cried, we held each other in bed. We're close on or off.
They were off, but I don't know why that matters.
Yeah, why does that matter?
No, but I'm just like I don't know. Like I'm like
we were in our
if that's what you guys
straps.
are, I'm like I'm so for it and like I'm here for you. But like, why weren't your clothes on? Like
we were
in
our jock straps. It was very homoerotic. Like,
Yeah, we had our BDSM stuff on, but it doesn't
Wait,
really.
what?
It has nothing to do.
You had like a gag, like
no, not
present?
gag, leather.
Oh, just leather.
We were in a swing.
Yeah.
A sex swing.
Yeah, we were looking at the 2016 voting results and just sobbing.
Bawling. Kai voting for Hillary Clinton 3 times.
No,
It's
it was
crazy.
4. It's 4.
It is now 4
Yeah,
times.
it is 4.
Yeah.
5 coming soon.
Yeah. Get to the fucking booths. Write it in. Let's fix this.
Right in Miss Clinton.
Like Miss Clinton.
Yeah. Sorry, Clinton.
Oh, I said something to Orion the other day in the car. Like, it's gone into my real life of being like, can I like figure it out with you? Fuck. Like that's gotten to my real life.
I used to say that so much.
And Orion literally was like, can you fucking stop? Like,
can you keep?
Can you keep? Like, shut up. And I was like, what? I literally like when I have those slip ups, you should be there for me and like just know that I'm a person and I'm making a mistake.
A Freudian slip.
Yeah.
Like in the video I did with Casey when I was like, I'm figuring it out.
Yeah. Dude. It is not normal how sexual our group is together. That insinuates that we actually do anything sexual, but all we do is like when there is silence, we feel it.
We
feel it with our member.
There is tension. There is a lot of tension between us. And one day we're all gonna do ecstasy as a group, and it's just all gonna come out, and we're gonna
don't say that.
We're just gonna do it. It's just gonna happen, and it's gonna be weird.
I'm not kidding.
2
That
weeks.
actually makes me fucking sick to my core.
It's just gonna happen. We're gonna be weird for 2 weeks, and then it's gonna go. We're gonna forget about it.
That was me at Coachella making sure that Enya didn't do mollies to make sure that you and Drew didn't have sex.
That's like how it is.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do mollies, because like I know I was gonna freak. I was gonna have sex with Drew.
You were gonna freak it.
Me and Drew are literally like too close at this point. Like it really is some sibling shit. Literally, like we were in the hotel together, and I just like went and like peed while he stood right in front of me, like not looking at me, but he was like in the mirror, and we were talking, and I was just sitting right behind him peeing with the door open. And I was like, this is like so funny. We're too close. And then also my boobs like felt like fucking bags of rocks. And I almost like Drew like go to grab my boob, because I was like, this is actually insane. This is actually insane. Like how dense they are. Because I genuinely for a second I was like, oh my God, I definitely am going to lose my boobs to
I
something
wanted
scary.
so badly to grab your boobs. So badly.
I will say that's why
I
he
wanted
didn't.
you to ask me so bad.
That's why he didn't get to, because like I was like,
Drew pretending that you're gay for 15 years
to
just
grab
to grab
Enya's
Enya's boobs.
to milk her knockers. Girl, like, let me massage them for you. I got you. They need to be sucked because you're producing milk and it's building up in there. Just let me suck your boob.
you have a clog. You have a clog. I'll suck it out.
I'll pinch it out.
Have you seen that? Like
Yes.
that literally your nipples will clog, and like some partners will just like suck your fucking tit.
Yeah,
Like
Drew and I
her.
cried about that.
Yeah, that's one of the
That's
things.
another.
Wait, no, that just sounds like you don't like want to suck a boob. Like you guys cried about the idea of ever having to be with a woman and sucking her tit.
We were just crying
Boob
at
clogs,
the idea of boobs hurting.
periods, diva cups,
Yeah.
toxic shock syndrome,
Toxic
shock syndrome,
Toxic thought
just to
syndrome.
name a few.
Mhm.
Cramps.
Cramps are really hard for us to think about.
Wait, elongating the pause. No, periods in general are really hard for us to be around. I literally am the luckiest girl in the world. I like barely ever get cramps or anything. Also, my period was so short this time, so hopefully, let's pray. Something is wrong. Something is very wrong with me.
Oh my god.
We can only pray though, guys. Like we can really only pray for miracles.
I watched Prometheus last night, and there was a scene where she got like pregnant by like an alien baby, and she had to cut it out. And it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen in my life when it was in the like surgery container, like flopping around and like slinging slime at her and shit.
Dude,
Don't they do like a C-section in that movie?
Yeah, she like went into the like surgery pod that was only made for men, and like they did a C-section on her. She was like abdominal invasive object, like remove it, and they like cut her open and pulled out the fucking baby.
Ew, I'm not kidding. Like,
And then it
this
turned
is
into
actually
the
why
alien.
I don't watch like horror movies. I am really like squeamish to like even like the idea of like gore. Like I can't do anything that's like mimicking like skin being like cut up or whatever. I was watching a movie that
It was
literally
very real. The C-section was very real.
The C-section is really
It's
crazy. I saw that
gnarly.
movie 8 years ago probably, and that I remember that like
Yeah,
vividly.
I for some reason sorry, I like completely cut you off.
No, it's fully okay.
I like remember like her like taking care of the baby. Like I always thought she like grew attached to it, but that might be like another alien movie where like she's impregnated by the alien and then she's like in the corner like trying to protect it. I thought that was coming next because I had seen it, but it wasn't in this movie. But then the baby she birthed grew up to be a giant squid face sucker, and then face sucked the engineer.
I need that sucker to go on my member.
No, it's
became
like
a
your
huge
wingbot.
wingbot.
Yeah, it's like your wingbot. And then
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I
dude.
just had to use it.
that movie like is simultaneously like as bad as it is good. Like
I feel the same way.
Like,
I'm like
it's-
that. I did not like
When's
that
the last
movie.
time you watched it though? Because like you keep
It was
you
a
must
long
have
ass time
amazing
ago.
yeah, you must have amazing
But
memory
that
because, like,
movie
you're
stuck
old.
with me. Oh my god.
my god.
That movie stuck with me though.
Yeah.
Like there's something about
It's just the visuals like
visually that's very
also
fucking
like
haunting.
story wise it's really interesting. Like I'm just gonna spoil it because it's fucking 12 years old, 10 years old, but like it's like what is it? The prequel to Alien versus Predator, Alien, basically.
Yeah.
And it's just like these like beings created humans out of boredom. And then they like developed this like biowarfare shit, which were the aliens, like the acid spitting aliens that like were supposed to like wipe out planet Earth. But yeah, it's really curious.
Dude, I used to be obsessed with the alien movies. But like I was saying, gore, like I literally can't do it. Like any movie I'm watching, I can't look. Like I haven't finished Tatam because that movie is like I can't watch that kind of stuff. I don't know why. Like it just like actually freaks me out. And obviously I'm very well aware it's not real, but something about it, like it literally makes my body crawl.
I'm
like
the same way. I feel like I used to when I was like a teenager. I'd be like, fuck yeah. Like
blood,
people getting their heads
dying.
like blown off. Mm-hmm. And now it was like, I don't know, around like 24 or something. I was just like, wait, why am I watching this? Like, this is fucked up.
I said that, I think, literally last episode where I was like, I was so desensitized because I was watching beheadings when I was like 12 years old. And then for like the last like 8 years, I didn't give a shit. But when I like turned like 21, I was like, oh, this shit is gnarly. Like why? It's just like, why was I indulging in that behavior? Like, it's something to do with like seeing like the darkest parts of human. I do believe that sometimes when I'm like, you have to see the darkest sides of humanity to like appreciate the good shit, because like it's out there. You have to be aware of it. But like it became unhealthy where I was just like surrounded by like just dark thoughts and like, I don't know, intrusive thoughts. And now I'm kind of just like,
I don't need that.
Turned off by all of it.
Well, we were talking about that too, is there's so many movies that like, I wish I watched when I was younger, because now as an adult, I'm like, I don't want to see that. I'm like, I don't like specifically movies where it's like kids doing shit, like literally kids. Oof. I'm like, I don't need to, like, that's not something I need to like partake in anymore. Yeah. Although like obviously like everybody knows it's culturally important. Like we don't have to get into like the deepness of it or like the like nitty gritty, but like things like that where I'm like, now as an adult, I don't see why I need to partake in that necessarily. I say that like I don't have the VHS sitting in my fucking room. But like, yeah, I think you get what I'm saying. Like rewatching 13, I was like, oof. I was like, oh, this was insane. Like no wonder my parents like didn't want me to watch that. Although I know it did the opposite for people. Like a lot of parents randomly wanted their kids to watch it because they thought it would like make them not act like that. But I was like, bitch, if I saw that shit when I was a kid, I'd be like, yo, I'm trying to get like you. Like that is me. Like that's literally me. But yeah, I just like can't like, but I don't know if I've ever been one for like gory shit. I've always been one for someone like the description of like gnarly shit. Like I don't want to see it, but like I love like 48 Hours, Dateline, like all like, bitch, I eat that shit up like it's fucking porridge. Like
Josh and Josiah describing the Aristocrats joke. Have you heard? Do you know which one that is? Yeah, like that shit is like crazy. Yeah, but that's another topic for another time. Like, because that's really gnarly shit. But I think we're good.
There's parts of me no one will ever know. Isn't that fucked up? As close as you get to someone. I think I've said this on an episode.
I was telling Josh that last night.
As fucked. Like, I think about this all the time because I think about my siblings and I'm like, me and my siblings are all so like insanely different. And those are people who I spent almost every waking moment with. But there are so many things they have no idea about me, even during that time when we spent so much time together. Same goes both ways, and we all ended up so different. And like there's literally like no matter how much time you spend with someone, there are so many parts of that person you will never know.
I was saying this exactly to Josh last night, but I was like, I like wish there was a way like when like I passed away that I could like download my subconscious and like make like a fucking clip of like my highlights and lowlights and all the weird secretive shit that I did in between, because I'm dead. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I can't be humiliated or shameful. So like just being able to like put that out there and just like it's like I'm basically describing a memoir, but like just like
no, I know what you're saying. It's so
all
different.
Of it, like all of it would be so fucking sick. Just so because like I lead like a pretty like although like I talk for an hour like every week and like I like am pretty open with my friends. I lead like a pretty mysterious life, especially like with my sexuality and like exploring that shit. Like literally, like even y'all like don't know like fully what goes down. But like it's just like like I think like just like the most embarrassing moments that people don't know about, and like the highest moments that like affected me the most. Like I think that would just be such like a cool like idea for like a passing away like thing. I don't know what that would ever, that's like never gonna happen, but I just was telling Josh like that last night that I think that would be so like fucking fascinating just like to put that out there.
Yeah, literally. Because, I mean, I could say the same. Like, not fully, but I feel like I'm a fucking open book, but there's still so much shit that I'm like, no. Like, that doesn't need to be shared, and I would never say that out loud. And I feel like I'm a very open person. Like, I'm a pretty open book. Like, especially now. I used to be so fucking closed off, but now I'd be like, I just say shit. But I know what you're describing because what's the scariest part is like,
okay, no matter... Cartier, girl.
No. I was gonna say I wish, but I was like, I literally don't. Like, I don't at all. But even when you describe like experiences to the deepest like of their core and try your best, like you could have the best fucking vocabulary in terms of talking about like your emotional experiences, but it will never ever translate exactly like how it feels to you, because even your most intense moments, like even if someone can kind of relate to it because they've been close to experience something similar, like it's just not the same. Like you weren't there. Like it's crazy. Like I'm trying to like use like intense verbiage to like explain to you how it felt, what was there, like what was happening around me. But like if you weren't there and you don't know even how it affected that person,
exactly,
it's like so insane to think about. That like used to really freak me out, especially with my siblings, because I was like, oh my god, like if you grew up around siblings, you know that like you're with them all the time, and it's crazy how close you could be to your sibling, and like there's still so much you don't know about that person, and vice versa. It's like so insane to me.
I was just sitting here and I had like a really weird moment where I was like, wait, I've had these on my wrist for so long, and it's not even like a conscious choice. Like they've just been on my wrist and I don't know why, and now I'm like, they've been on there for like I was just sitting here thinking about that. I was like, wait, why are these on my wrist? Like I know why one of them is on my wrist, but the other three, like I don't really know why I have them on, but they've like become like a part of me, and now I can't take them off. So I was freaking out about that for a second. I was like, wait, these have been on me for so long. Like I literally like haven't taken them off.
Remember my fucking nasty ass anklet that I had on forever? I used to have this anklet that I got in 6th, 7th grade that I had tied in a knot that like one of my like family friends brought back from like Nicaragua or something, and I tied it onto my leg, and I didn't cut it off until I was like 20 years old in LA.
No way.
It stayed on. It's not like it was something I could take off and on. Like it had showered with me. It had gone like it was like on me for literally like it was on me for more of my life than it was on for less of my life, like if that makes sense.
Wow.
And then cutting it off felt like really like intense. Like I didn't want to, but I was like, this is so ugly and nasty. Like it's just like rotting on my fucking leg. So I cut it off. And I remember when I did, I was like, dude, that is so weird. Because like I was so used to the feeling of getting out of the shower and it being wet and like on my ankle.
I put my yoni egg in like 10 years ago, and I just realized like it's still in there.
One time I actually genuinely thought I left a Diva Cup in me for like ever.
What?
Like I was like, because one time I just had one single Diva Cup, and I was like, I can't find it, and I don't remember taking it out. So it just inside. Like it went up into me, and it's like a part of my organs.
Oh
now.
God.
If you knew the female anatomy, you would know that that's literally not impossible.
I literally have no idea about that at all. And
yeah,
I don't care to learn.
Yeah, and I don't care.
All right.
Let's do the media of the week. All right, I'm gonna do the shuffle thing again because that was fun. Snowy Lava by Emmett Stubb. Ametstub. I used to love this song. Kim's by Burial. I've said that one before. Rossetti Noise, Crystal Garden, and a Coda, Harold Budd. Those are my whatever, how many that was.
Well, mine is literally just Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic, the Sundays album.
Slay.
Because I like heard it in that pop-up I went to yesterday, the Pretties one. And
can I see the album artwork?
It's the seashells.
Oh, your classic.
It's that little symphony That
Have a
album is so
terrible
fucking good. The
year.
Sundays are so good. And the album On Earth, like,
Mhm.
oh, they're so good. Like, such feel good. Like, I feel like a girl. Also, Good Days by SZA. I was like driving around last night listening to that. That song used to make me like cry. Like, I remember like there was a moment like in 2021 where I was like sitting in the car with a like friend and like listening to it. And I was like, oh my God, like, these are my good days. Like, I'm finally like
Hitting them.
in my good days. The good old days. The solid days.
We're in the dog days. The dog days over. The dog days. Go watch the Lego movie.
And go watch something about murder. Remind yourself that the biggest threat to your safety is another human. And
Go
you
watch
trust
the
them.
Patreon episode that we're recording next.
Bye. See you on Patreon if you actually care about us.